Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Blue Ridge Overland Gear Bonfire podcast. So, second episode in our new format.
We've now spent 3 minutes and 5 seconds trying to figure out.
4
minutes
plan,
and 30 seconds trying to figure out what we're actually talking about. So that's
which
exciting.
is about 4 minutes more than we normally do.
That's true.
In the old format.
Yeah,
so give or take. So yeah, just a quick reminder. So one of the things we're going to do each week is kind of just take cool stuff that we've seen. So I saw something as a recommended reel. Logan, I've already prepped on this from an Australian company, Overland company called Titan Terrain, and it's the Titan Terrain depth gauge. And honestly, I kind of want it just so I can throw it mud holes. It is a weighted, buoyant pole with like depth and like a hand line reel that you can like reel it back in. Yeah, because
so you like javelin it in.
No, you just chuck it, and it has this weight at the bottom. We'll do a link to it. So it goes down, it stands up in the water, and then it's got the actual like depths on there. But I like that it's color coded, so it goes from like, let me zoom in here. That would be millimeters, I assume. So yeah, and it's kind of funny because it goes
centimeters.
Well, no, because it's 100. It says 100 at the bottom.
Yeah, but 100 centimeters would be.
I mean, 100 centimeters is still
divided by 2.5, basically.
So 50. Yeah. No, this is
50 inches.
100 is the first one. So I think it is millimeters. We'll link to the reel, but it like you essentially chuck the weighted bottom, while you're holding onto the part with the rope. Otherwise, you still have to get wet. And then this thing hits the bottom and then stands up because it's buoyant. And, I'm assuming like hollow plastic.
How much is this thing?
It doesn't matter. It's cool and we all need one. $80 Australian, I bet.
I wonder what's that in like real money?
Like 70 something, I bet. I can tell you in a minute. It's back ordered. That's how popular they are.
I mean, I can appreciate that. Like I'd like to have one for like 20 minutes just to go measure ponds.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, 100%. Like it's rare, for me to be like a water crossing where I don't at least have some idea.
Right.
But I mean, when you needed it, right?
Well, it'd be. I mean, like I said, there's some fishing opportunity for that. Even pitching that in to figure out some depth, and especially you're fishing the shallow stuff.
Sorry, Australia, 52 USD.
Oh,
that was a steeper dip than I was expecting.
Steeper curve than you thought.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Titan Terrain's depth gauge got us a suggested reel. The dude's like standing out there and he's like, here I am, but I don't have to be with this, and another guy throws it, pops up beside him. Yeah. Really cool. Like, yeah.
I don't know how much I'd use it, but it kind of sounds like fun.
Yeah, I think those guys had a lot more like sand washes and stuff like that, where you could be there and then 2 months later it's a whole different ball game. So I thought that was
it's the kind of thing you probably, like you said, you can't think of a ton of how much would I use it. You might have a trip planned where you go like, on this trip, this would be great. Like a more specific like. I don't need it all the time, but on that trip, that would be good.
No, and funny enough, not a situation where I thought like, that could have been really handy. It wasn't a stream crossing. I used to go to a spot to fish and camp and launch the kayak. Then on the drive in, there was a lake that's dam controlled, and so the lake would back up into this creek where normally there's a piece of concrete and the water just runs over it. Well, when they would have the lake way up in the summer, you pull up and it's a little harder to gauge, right? Because it's not like a normal stream or river where you can kind of tell where the water line's at.
I wonder how well it does in flowing water.
So it really seemed like it stands up really quick. I'm assuming there's some sort of like tungsten weight at the bottom or something. Okay. Like it went straight to the bottom when they threw it. There was no, like it didn't float and settle. Like they throw it and it goes dunk and just stands straight up. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, like the top just kind of little bob, like.
Yeah, we're talking 2 seconds and it's settled. Huh. Yeah.
I said I don't know where exactly. I mean, I have some entertaining ideas for like 45 minutes.
Applications.
Yeah. Then I'm kind of.
Yeah. But no, I mean, if that's something that you're hitting a lot of water crossings where you're not familiar, like Logan said, maybe not something you need on every trip, but like I can see that on certain trips, like in Florida, right? There's like that one route in Florida, like the old brick road or whatever, that has quite a bit of water on it, from what I understand. Like if you get up to a spot and you're like, that could be interesting. You chuck it out, or just like, I mean, I just poked it with a stick. But back in the winter when I was, an hour from here with a buddy, and we went through a mud hole and then came back an hour later, and there was a dude like totally stuck in it and was like, how did he get stuck? And then we looked and it was literally, the bottom was like this. And unfortunately he took the worst line. Yeah. So we went through like 10 inches and he was on like 31s and they were under mud on the high side. So the other side, was,
really deep.
Yeah. So
I could see it being something like that where you could evaluate what line you want to take or where you're at. That would be kind of interesting.
Yeah. Huh. So, but yeah, no, honestly, for a piece of Overland gear, kind of interesting.
Yeah. Actually something new and a little bit unique.
Yeah.
So does this mean we're officially on cool shit we've seen?
Yeah. We'll lead off with that. Yeah.
Segment this cool shit we've seen.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So my cool shit I've seen is not just one piece of gear, but by random chance, we took my mother-in-law to drop her off at the airport in DC like 2 days after the Huckberry store opened there in Georgetown, which if you're not familiar with Huckberry, which I feel like a lot of people that listen to us.
Yeah, maybe, at least familiar. Yeah.
They started by kind of drawing attention to a lot of USA made brands, but also just well-made stuff. And now
originally it was like a site where you went to get like in on like group buys. Like, they only had this brand for 2 weeks, but it would be a little bit cheaper, or it would be an exclusive that you could only get from them. But that was 10 years ago.
10 years, yeah. I started following them. I think Art of Manliness featured them.
Oh,
in 2011, and that's where I first heard about them. But yeah, they've kind of grown, and now they have some brands that they, are their brands. But they just announced their first store, and it opened Friday. Happened to be there Sunday, so I got to go check it out, and it was cool. It was a cool space. I didn't have enough time to really look around like I wish that I had, but the thing that I was the most impressed with is I was telling Rick, I was kind of suspicious they would just have their brands, like, the stuff, because they cycle through different things.
Yeah, but they own a few brands now, like Flint and Tinder, Proof, Athletics, stuff like that,
But they had a really good selection of kind of a little bit of everything. Like there's a small rack of Tracksmith, which is a really nice running clothes brand. They had like Bare Bones,
Bare Bones living stuff.
They had like Double R Ralph Lauren, not a lot, but a few items there. They're right next to the Ralph Lauren, there,
which is kind of interesting that you had two retailers. No, it's a cool site because, like, not only do you find like unique stuff there, but then it's kind of neat because there's like staples that they carry, and it's like quality. Like I've got some Flint and Tinder t-shirts that are USA made, ring spun, stuff like that. And I think they do a good job, especially like like you see something like totally new. They've got a brand of shoes that they carry a lot that's like Italian, like Astraflex. It'd be like Clark's, but it's all like totally resoldable, made in Italy, but not like super fancy, like not that kind. It's like just a casual shoe brand that I would have never known about if it hadn't been for them. So
lots of cool stuff like that. But it was cool. If you happen to be in DC, like it's in Georgetown, so there's other cool stuff there, but definitely worth adding that to the route if you're looking around.
Yeah, and you said that they were gonna have like a coffee bar that they didn't have set up yet. It's kind of neat. They're making it like a hangout.
It seems that way. Like I said, I was just in and out really fast, but there's a whole bar on the side that clearly has like the track where you can put up lettering for like a menu. That was not. It just like was a welcome sign now, but it definitely felt like they're trying to make it somewhere you could go get a coffee and hang out for a while, kind of thing.
I have no fear of me going there, so we're good. I have no desire to go to DC or Georgetown, but
DC is a weird one. I usually have fun once I get there. It's never a place that I'm like stoked to go, but if we're there for the airport and we walk around, I'm like, oh, some
Did you
fun
go to
stuff
Reagan
here.
or what'd you?
Reagan, yeah.
Reagan. I've flown out of Reagan a few times, but
I've never flown out of or like in or out of there. I've come through. Dulles is usually the one I'm in more there.
Yeah. Reagan's really nice. Like it's small and it's easy and so it's not bad if you're going to do it, but it's in the heart of DC, and which is all painful.
Right, getting down,
It just happened to be so.
You were there like super early on.
We were
Sunday,
there early, but also it was my mother-in-law needed a direct flight, and
that's where it was from.
And she was able to get a direct and cheap. I think from Reagan to Halifax, Nova Scotia was like $300 or something, which usually it's international, even though it's right over the border. It just immediately goes up. So
yeah, no, I like I said, Reagan has been a good airport for me a few times, but
yeah, I've only been there like once or twice.
I will say it might be the most confusing
small airport
for driving. I haven't been in it, but like trying to figure out, I was like trying to get to Terminal B, and somehow I think I ended up in like a separate lane that was just Terminal B. Like, I don't know.
I mean, it's in downtown DC.
The first time I went through,
like,
I ended up on one side. The second time, I thought I followed the same signs, and I was in a different place. I was like, I followed Terminal B both times. How is this possible?
And I still haven't found Terminal B. I mean, it's a disaster in DC. So.
A bit of apples and oranges, but had some guys picking me up in the Denver airport, and it was like, hey, I'm at door 333, or whatever, and they were like, where are you? I'm here. What are you guys in? I don't see it. And like we didn't realize there was like a level just for Lyft and all that.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a level for private pickup. So they were literally under me. Well, like I was like, oh, I'll just come down the stairs. But like, you got to go back over down the stairs. And they're like, no. Like the guy's like making us leave because we're not a driver.
Because we're not a Lyft driver.
And so they had to do another lap.
Yeah.
And
it took 15 minutes.
Really?
Denver
because you had to, I mean, you're like Denver, like you had to leave all of that, go back around from like the cell phone lot, which is like a half mile away. And then like when you come back into the lanes, they had to take a different ramp to go up a level. Yeah.
Do you know about the underground tunnels at Denver?
Oh yeah. There's all kinds of crazy stuff
at the Denver airport.
Sorry. If I keep looking at my water bottle, I used it on a ride yesterday and I used a drink tablet thing in it. That has the weirdest aftertaste. I mean, I feel like I'm drinking out of like old lead pipes right now.
Ooh.
Wow. That's no good.
I'm sampling, by the way. No, that water, man. That bottle went south fast.
What are we trying today?
Do we call this jerky? This doesn't look like jerky.
No, this is a smoked venison meat stick.
Oh, meat stick, even better.
No, we'll keep going in this segment, but I just had to get that taste out of my mouth.
Smoked venison meat stick.
So we're going to take a pause in the cool stuff we've seen category to go into
palate cleansing
for the jerky segment, which we told you would be back. A little bit of a pivot. Meat sticks here, not jerky.
It's not bad. I don't love it.
I don't like this kind of texture a lot. Slim Jim-esque. Yeah. All right, we'll get back into it. I literally
it's not salty enough for me.
Yeah, it's kind of, which is ironic because there's 360 milligrams of sodium.
Wow. Yeah, no, it's, I don't hate it, but it's not my thing for sure.
Yeah. No, like legit.
I mean, I'm hungry, so I would keep eating it.
That bottle was empty. When the first drink, I got a little bit of the like lemon hydration tablet stuff I used yesterday, but then the aftertaste was like incredibly metallic. So I was just like, I got to get something to get rid of that. Yeah. Yeah.
We're back on
cool stuff.
Cool stuff. Sorry.
What's your cool stuff, man?
I got nothing. I'm
you've seen something cool.
Since the last podcast,
we did have a third one if you want to tag
in. Clean. Oh, we're talking about the Columbia ad.
The Columbia ads, yeah. So this is Matt's, this will be his substitute. So Logan and I both thought the new Columbia Sportswear ad campaign was pretty cool. It was ready for whatever, right? That's what they call it. But it's funny. You need to look it up. You think it's like going to be like maybe a little bit of an over serious ad, but it is not. It is like pretty well put together. Which I think is cool because I mean I've had some Columbia stuff. Nothing ever really blown my mind, but in my mind, they become like kind of a you can get them at Belk's, like stuff like that, and stuff.
It's hard for me to take Columbia serious. Actually, it's so hard to take a lot of those brands serious now because they've all sort of rolled. I mean, Arc'teryx used to like Arc'teryx pretty well, and they're 50+% Chinese owned now. And, I mean, like the ad is cool. I just don't have that much love for Columbia.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're looking for something inexpensive that'll get you through, it's that. What's the Northwest?
Alpine gear? Yeah.
I mean,
there you go. There's something cool.
As far as my favorite, they do the best Instagram. I love.
Shout out to Caleb, who is in the Overland world before, his last job, but now he's outdoor apparel, so adjacent. Yeah.
I have a pair of their shorts. Though,
is that where where he's working?
Yeah. Caleb Wallace that worked with Max Tracks USA / Overland Kitted. That's his.
Oh yeah. Interesting. I their stuff has been great. I mean, legitimately based on their ads, I will end up buying some of their stuff.
Yeah. No, so like he said,
their advertising will absolutely
got some like athletic shorts from them, which is not usually my forte, but I like them a lot. Like when it's really hot.
I've been waiting, like when they're back in stock, I'll probably wear more of them.
Yeah.
I like them.
And then I just got one of their, I'm going to butcher this. It's a Polartec material that they've got a pullover hoodie.
Yeah.
Like a mock neck hoodie.
Yeah.
I'm ready for some cool weather so I can wear that thing. It's like a super lightweight, breathable, and then you throw a shell on over it and then it insulates. Yeah.
That would be something like that. But I will end up owning some of their gear just because of their Instagram feed. If nothing else, I'll try it.
Yeah, they do a really good job of super transparent, not only about like their stuff, but then like what else is going on.
Yeah, what else is going on in the industry? That's that's honestly, like I said, part of why I would be supporting them, just because they're doing good work or on that front. And gear seems pretty good too. So that'll be interesting because as much as the ad is cool, I've kind of written Columbia off as a.
You're talking about mountain hardware. I have found that if you're looking for like their old stuff versus like vintage North Face, collectors and stuff are wanting it. But outdoor research and mountain hardware, you can do like eBay, made in USA mountain hardware, and find like old fleeces and stuff for like
my favorite
$20, $30. Yeah,
my favorite running jacket that I have is an old mountain hardware one. It's awesome. I've had it forever.
I have a couple old pieces of mountain hardware that I still use on occasion.
Yeah, I never. I don't think I ever actually had one from them. I had like an old Patagonia like R3 fleece, but like the Mountain Hardware Monkey Man.
Yeah.
Brandy and then a couple of our friends were all like some big time fans of the Monkey Man fleeces, the high loft.
Yeah, no, I had Northwest Alpine will be my next go to for kit.
I'm actually waiting on their like packable wind vest to come back into stock. That's gonna be something I want to pick up before that big ride next year, just to have a layer to keep the chill off in the morning that's like packs down to, size of a tangerine or something.
Yeah. I think between that and Fjall Raven stuff, not that that's not made in China, but I like their pants pretty well recently. So
I think the Columbia thing, it's not like I have no delusion that it's going to fix their problems, but they're a brand that I like. There's just some brands that you want to be what they were. Like I want them to be better than they are. So to see a little hint of like trying to go for it was good.
Yeah.
What's the one what's the other one that because of an the one that's basically like
Marmot?
Don't buy our gear. Was that
Move.
Yeah. Like that line of thinking I totally appreciate. Like they have a whole ad section that's like, or ad series that's
like,
basically
don't wear it to the mall.
Yeah, don't buy our shit. If this is what you're buying it for, don't buy our shit. And I can appreciate that as a this is not fashion. If you're going to work in the in Chicago, fucking leave your shit at home.
Right.
Leave our shit at home. That's not what we're for.
Yeah.
And I at least like the ideology, whether the brand holds up to that or not, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I do know that brand holds up to it, but I don't know whether the other ones that are trying to follow that sort of.
No, I mean, like we've talked about before, like Northwest Alpine, making good stuff in the USA. If you call them, you're going to get somebody there, comparable to any of these like high level tech brands for sure. Like I have no doubts in my mind, the performance wear wise, they're as good as any of these others. Another one we're talking about, like, waiting on it to get cold to wear that hoodie is, I've got that cut weather wool, like overshirt thing. Mm-hmm. That was something I got a lot of use out of last year. And I mean, like, it's hung in the closet and looks brand new still. So looking forward to it getting cool and wearing that thing a little bit more. Just a wool snap overshirt, cut weathers in like the Dakotas. That's another good one.
Yeah, that was another one that was.
Yeah.
It was certainly very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say, so what are we're done with cool shit? Or are we going to beef jerky?
No, they were going to beef jerky. So I need to tell.
It's hard for me to focus.
I need to talk about the origin of this. So 2 weeks ago, Brandy and I went to a local Comic Con, and as one would expect at Comic Con,
I just want to make sure
there was a jerky vendor.
Not something I think of that I associate with Comic Con.
There was like giant plastic swords, really expensive comic books, a jerky vendor. Like that was kind of like the aisle. We did meet Tony Danza, and he played the ukulele for our little boy, which was not something I thought was on my bingo card for life.
Yeah.
Lo
and behold.
We were like, hey, we need jerky. So this is all from Buffalo Bob's branded, except, oh wait, no, there's two different brands. Schaefer Venison Farms, that was this one and this one. These two are Buffalo Bob's. We've got elk and beef and buffalo, and then venison jerky, which I had a thought on this one. Because you can actually hybrid breed, right? Like buffalo and cows, a beefalo.
Beefalo, yeah.
So I wonder if this was mixed pre or post. You know, like if I make jerky from a beefalo, can I call it beef and buffalo jerky?
I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
But I mean,
That's funny.
Brandy says they're very unpredictable. They used to go do veterinary stuff at a beefalo farm.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like,
100%. I mean, because buffalo are dangerous as shit.
Oh yeah, no, they had a tech like, it needed a hospital visit, but almost needed a hospital visit unconscious once. Like they were pushing it through a gate and it kicked a board and it spun around the
I mean, cattle are
right. It's like you
cattle
take
are
something
hard enough
already, yeah, and it's
Yeah.
like I would like for these things that are kind of difficult to deal with to act like they're on crack. Like,
right. No, I mean, like you get a beat up working sheep and they only weigh a couple 100 pounds.
yeah. All right. So
What are we doing here?
This is elk
Buffalo
and beef.
Bob's elk and beef.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. Texture wise
That's okay.
for this format, because I don't really like the stick.
Individually wrapped.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm curious now. We obviously have incredibly refined jerky palates. So I'm curious to see if we can tell a
I
difference.
have the least refined palate on the planet.
I feel like I'm like a sommelier for jerky at this point. Like,
You probably are. I'm just not.
What are the notes you're getting from that
well,
buffalo?
I have a theory. Curious if there's any difference in
I mean, it's not bad. I would eat. I mean,
in the beefalo.
Are we going beefalo now?
I would continue eating it. So Buffalo Bob's beefalo, and
Yeah,
the other one was elk.
There's a different taste. This one's a little blander and definitely tougher.
Earthier.
Which is interesting because this come out of a giant industrial jerky gun. I'm not even sure how that's so tough.
Industrial jerky gun.
Yeah, I mean,
How do we get a jerky gun?
oh,
I
dude,
would like a jerky shooter.
yeah,
Something you just spew jerky into the smoker.
yeah.
Right?
Spew is a bad one. I don't like that at all. Don't like that at all.
Isn't jerky shooter like a brand, like where you grind it up and then you put it in there and it's like a
I should,
silicone caulk gun? You squeeze it out. All right, venison jerky.
I usually have liked venison historically.
Well, that's not bad.
This actually isn't bad. I would eat this again.
There you go.
I mean, I would buy this again.
Well, it was
Buffalo Bob's.
4 for $10. We didn't break the bank on this purchase, so
Oh yeah, I would totally pay that. I would have just gotten all beefalo. Well, and I didn't mind the elk. Wow, you gave me a lot of this one. Would you not like it?
oh, which one's that? The beefalo?
This is the venison.
Oh, it's all right. I like that other one. Yeah, actually, I think
It's
I like.
kind of a brown color.
I kind of like. I think I like the elk most. Yeah.
The elk was a little saltier, a little more flavor to it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That looks like meat Laffy Taffy.
Well, I mean, what they did was they ground up a bunch of beefalo. They crammed it into a
We
container.
don't know that. We don't know that. They could have ground up beef and a buffalo.
And these weren't bad. They were handy. I don't think I'll be back for more Buffalo Bob's.
Yeah, I mean, if I saw the beefalo one, I'd probably make a run at that. I mean, I would 10 for whatever you said, $4 or $5.
Yeah, 10 for 4 or something like that.
10 for 4. I would have just gotten all the beefalo
Yeah,
because the beefalo was definitely an improvement
the winner.
for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
I just knew we needed jerky, and we were there.
Yeah. I mean, like a beefalo is probably a 6 out of 10 for me, and the
Yeah.
elk was 5.5, 6 out of 10 for me,
Same.
and the whatever that venison was like 3, 2.
Yeah, no, that was kind of tasteless. Yeah. All right, so the jerky segment's back, and
very
hopefully,
much Laffy Taffy of the.
hopefully it goes up in
Of the
quality
beef
on
word.
the next one. You've got some jerky for the
I had
next.
some in the car. Yes.
Yeah.
I need to move it up here, and then it's just up here, and I don't have to think about
There
it.
we go. Yeah. So general Overland news, nothing too crazy, except that I find it hilarious that Stellantis, the
Proud owner
of Jeep and Ram, continues the what I can only describe as a days of our lives saga
chaos
of discontinuing and then reintroducing motors because 2 years ago they introduced the 392 Wrangler,
Yep.
final edition or something, whatever
Last
they call
one. We're not
That's
doing this
it.
anymore. No more 392. You cannot get big power in your Jeep unless you do an
This
engine
is
swap.
it. Yeah.
This is the end.
And then they were like, just kidding, you can get it in 2024.
Yeah.
And
So those of you with the final-ish edition.
and the TRX, right, on the other side,
Right.
right? The TRX is going away.
No more TRXs.
It's killing our fleet numbers, XYZ. Well, they just introduced that they're both coming back. They just announced. And I would be so pissed if I had a sort of kind of maybe final edition.
Final edition
Which was definitely not cheap, right? Like,
Right.
none
No.
of those high-end Jeeps are cheap. And what's funny is they're actually going to put it in the Gladiator, apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it was only in the Wrangler. Yeah, on the exit that is the revolving door of this powertrain at Stellantis factory.
Wait, is it also going back in Wranglers? Okay,
No,
I was
it
gonna say
is.
maybe they're passing it off as well. It's not going back.
It's not,
Yeah.
you don't really have you really have a final edition.
Yeah.
No, it's just
Yeah.
ish. Yeah.
No, so yeah, I'm curious to see what happens, and like I'm also really curious to see like did something change about like the regulations for fleet, fuel economy, like because that was the idea, right? Like they were getting rid of a bunch of V8s across the Stellantis fleet because you had Hellcats, TRX, 392s,
Right.
Um,
You had a bunch of bad gas mileage rides that
I'm
were
assuming,
gonna cause you problems.
what's the Grand Cherokee? Not the Trackhawk. The really fast Grand Cherokee. Maybe it was a Trackhawk.
No, was it? Wasn't an S?
Give me a second.
STS. That wasn't. No, I'm going to Cadillac, so I don't know what I'm doing. STS Cadillac.
Grand Cherokee.
Is that coming back? Is that like a?
No, I'm curious now to see if that is. Yeah.
Yeah, those were like dangerously fast. Don't you have like a mother-in-law who has one of those?
Did, yeah. And I'm not going to lie. That was like SRT. Yeah.
I knew. That was close. STS.
Yeah.
That was,
Yeah. 6.4 V8. Yeah. The thing with that is that like it's fast, but it's the suspension. That thing holds the pavement and doesn't lean at all.
Yeah.
So like you feel it. You feel it every bit. Like, a fast car that's my butt's that far off the ground,
Right. You expect it.
12 inches, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're just in a Grand Cherokee that goes real fast. And I mean, it's like scary fast. You can get yourself in trouble in that. Or pretty quick. Yeah.
Speaking of vehicles that your family owns, what happened to the crazy?
Oh, right.
The
The Suburban.
The Suburban.
Suburban,
Yeah, he's working on it.
Okay.
Making it less weird, more cool.
Okay.
Yeah. I think just a little bit at a time. Like the weird vinyl Mickey Mouse bow tie. That's gone. He's gonna not maybe monster line it. He's gonna do like one of the low texture bed liners on it.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
So you excited for this to come up for sale? Because we know he won't keep it that long.
He says he's gonna keep this thing.
Well, I know,
we'll see.
but
I am.
He's not historically done that.
Right. Yeah. No, he's like he had 2 TRXs.
Yeah.
And
an STS.
or the SRT. Yeah.
SRT, sorry.
Yeah. But no, the 1980 Suburban's pretty gnarly. Like, I'm really
just
curious
read
to see
that.
what he does with the front seat situation because the front has a cage,
That's awesome.
so it's not exactly easy to get in and out of. Yeah, and race seats that are tan, okay with that, with purple velour stripes down the middle.
Nice.
Not so on a truck that has a 57 Chevy like wrap on it, like with fake wings.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird for sure.
It's so bizarre. Yeah.
Okay. It's one of those cases of where like
And a Friends logo.
just about
and
any,
a Friends logo, right? That was even weirder.
yeah, just about any one of those things, if the rest was normal, could be
Right.
fun. Friends logo aside, that's weird. And bow tie aside,
The
that's
Mickey,
weird.
The Mickey Mouse bow tie, not
Yeah.
just
Right.
Oh.
But I think the guy walking the vinyl shop was like, I need to vinyl wrap this whole thing right now. What's the 3 biggest
Yeah.
pieces of vinyl you have? And they were like, we got a Friends logo, a Minnie Mouse bow tie, and oddly enough, a 57 Chevy like side profile. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I say you fix as soon as you fix the wrap, so that's not insane. The crazy bucket seats or like race seats with the stripe and the cage is awesome. Once the outside is normal.
Right. True. Right. Yeah.
So this is KJ's like first ride. That would
Right.
be,
Yeah. No, I mean, this thing is like as analog as it gets. You know, the
Right.
camper in the back is literally like a plywood bench and a composting toilet. Yeah. So,
I mean, it would be
cassette
It
toilet.
would be good for a new driver. He could bounce it off shit and
yeah, through shit.
right. Wouldn't
And
matter.
he can't run the roads because it probably gets like 6.
Right, yeah. He's not going to be right.
Yeah,
he's going to have to have a really good job to go more than the Bedford County line.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about him being like out all night because it would be a $300 investment. Like, yeah. No, it's pretty wild. Yeah, I'm curious to see where Jim takes it. It is really unique. High top 1980 Suburban. We can't even really figure out the origin because like there wasn't an ambulance. Like I can't find a 1980
Hearst.
No. I mean, it's starting to look that way. I think it may have been a Hearst. Before it had a 6-inch lift and a cage. But yeah.
And for
Or
a put
while
underneath
it had a 6-inch lift and cage.
Yeah.
That's
Or it was the coolest Hearst ever.
correct.
Before. Yeah. Off-grid Hearst.
It's got,
We'll drop them off wherever you want. Yeah.
have corpse will deliver.
Yeah. No,
Have
it's
corpse will
Did
transport.
your
such
loved
a-
ones have an insane dying wish?
Yeah.
We've got just the vehicle for you.
We
yeah.
got
No,
you
it's
covered.
such a weird rig. So strange. Yeah.
Hearst. It was probably a Hearst.
That was a derailing, but I hadn't heard any updates.
Yeah,
on that.
no,
Yeah.
I appreciate that one too. So we have a rant. Does somebody have a rant today?
So Rick's rant's going to actually we'll pass off the proverbial ball here. Logan has had an interesting week
Yeah.
because this all happened since our last recording, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So Logan,
2 weeks.
you all may know. We got to remember to circle back to comments. You all may know. You've seen some videos. Logan got a great deal on a 07
The deal's getting less great.
LR3.
It's
still great,
It was
but
it was a
less
great
great.
deal, and Logan is developing his mechanical skills. He's,
So
it won't be long before he'll be a fucking Brit certified
Master tech.
fucking master tech. Yeah.
do you want to tell him about what happened when you tried to come to work last week?
Tried.
I'm gonna eat some.
I didn't even try that hard. I didn't make it that far.
4 phone calls. And
Yeah.
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 Can you hear this terrible noise?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was on the road, not far from my house, and a crazy sound happened. Well, first, my memory of it is that I lost a little power, not all power, but it was like, oh, something it felt immediately wrong, and then a crazy sound that I can only describe as crunchy. A crunchy sound started rattling from the engine bay. So
And that's a descriptor I don't know if I've ever had applied
Yeah.
to an engine bay.
Right.
It sounded crunchy. So I will say, perfect place for this to happen. If it was going to happen somewhere, I was able to just pull it over into a lot of. It's actually a Goodwill lot, but it's at the entrance of an apartment complex that I have like 4 sets of friends that live in this like townhouse complex. It was like not bad. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know how much detail to go into, but I spent a little while trying to figure out. First, I get out and I see a hose is disconnected from the radiator,
That's never a good sign.
which isn't great. And 9
out of 10 they should be connected.
yeah.
Then they should be connected. And then there were parts of the radiator inside the hose.
Yeah. So that was the next part, right? So I thought that might be the whole problem. The radiator, because the radiator needed to be replaced. It needed to be replaced already. It had a leak. I knew that was happening.
It's
So-
not really a crunchy sound. Though.
Yeah,
Anyway,
no.
go ahead.
I had such a panic. It came out of nowhere that I had the thought all like suddenly of like maybe it was just spray like sizzling on the engine. Like maybe it's some radiator fluid. And I just really
Yeah.
you know, that kind of sound. I didn't think so, but I was like maybe.
You had naive hope at this point.
Yeah.
Naive hope.
But then this fun fact, the side quest here is that when I went to figure out how to reconnect that hose, I realized it didn't just like pop off, it clipped in a break. No. The plastic like piece of the radiator itself that the hose clamps onto just deteriorated. It's in the hose. I had to pull it out in chunks. It's not a good place to be.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll bypass some details and just say, it turns out that what happened after I also removed the fan because that was spinning out of alignment, and the belts is that the AC compressor seized. It's on the same belt as the radiator fan. Pulled the radiator fan out of alignment. It started hitting all the housing, which then pulled a radiator hose off of the radiator.
Crunchy noise.
The crunchy
Radiator
noise
fan.
was the fan just eating the
tearing
housing
the
in
front half
itself.
of your tearing the front half of your truck apart.
Yeah. So
So new radiator,
yeah.
new fan,
Yeah, new radiator, new fan, new AC compressor.
New AC compressor.
Fun fact though, the AC compressor did not fix my AC because I think I also need a new condenser and probably to flush the whole thing. But there's it's currently got a failed inspection sticker on it. We've got some work to do in the next 2 weeks.
Tie rods.
It needs
now.
T-rods and a new hub assembly, front left hub assembly. So if anyone listening has experience and can tell me if that's, is that something I should tackle myself or take? I'm leaning towards tackling it myself, but if anyone listening to this knows that's a bad idea and wants to say, please don't do that, then
I mean, the
let me
good
know.
thing is, again, I mean, Rovers make good mechanics.
Yeah.
And you're developing your skills for sure.
So this is going to sound a little crazy, but part of me wants to do the tie rods and hub assembly myself just to do it.
I mean,
and it also will save me like $700. So
I mean, really, think about it. I mean, how much is a trade school?
There you go. Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna have what, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $10,000 going to a trade school to become a mechanic. All you have to do is spend $1,500 on a fucking Rover, and the next thing you know, you're gonna be certified. English
certified.
I mean, what's the joke? Like, Land Rover returning drivers into mechanics since forever.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, like, it's working. I mean,
I already pulled off I have replaced radiator fans before, so that wasn't that crazy, but pulled off a radiator fan belts and parts of the radiator in the middle of a parking lot. So that's a new experience.
I mean, like I said, you're becoming a mechanic. It's
so that's my rant. And now I've got 2 weeks to solve whatever is going on with it and get it re-inspected.
Rover certified.
Inspection, good reminder. I think mine's up next month. So that's still relatively new to me. In Tennessee,
I'm excited for you to get through all this, and maybe I'll get a Rover since I'll know a Rover certified mechanic.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Because I can't quite bring myself to do it yet.
So, that's what the real bummer of all this is.
Or again.
Matt got a lot of calls from me. That's talked me off the ledge a couple times here. But the real bummer for me is that I knew I was going to have to do some of this stuff. And as far as like the tie rods and that sort of thing, that's the kind of stuff that I kind of expected. Like, not right away, but like, it's going to there's going to be weird mechanical stuff I'm probably going to do.
You're going to have to do it. But you're not really mentally prepared for when it goes wrong. And it never goes wrong when it's in the driveway, it's sunny, and you have all your tools.
Well, the thing
like, that's the problem with that kind of stuff is it's like, I mean, I run some older stuff, and it's like, when it dies, it's never like...
Yeah.
But the killer is that, like, if it was just that stuff, I would have found out when I took it for inspection, and then I would have done it. The AC part is what's the killer, because I do not feel comfortable. Like, A, I don't have the tools to flush it the way it needs to be flushed now. But B, it's just that's just a system I'm way more hesitant to attempt anything AC related myself. So that's the bummer. Because, like, if I had just taken it to the mechanic for an inspection and they were like, hey, you need new tie rods, I'd be like, well, time to figure out how to do that.
Yeah. Hey, you're going to get upgraded tie rods.
Yeah,
so
right.
That's
true.
fun.
Yeah.
No, I didn't have anything good. I thought that was a good rant.
Yeah, that's my rant. So, if anyone ever tempts you to buy an older Land Rover and you think it sounds fun, just know what they say is true. It's true. It's all true.
It's all true.
It's all true.
It's all true. There's a reason that joke is staying around for a long time.
Some stereotypes are stereotypes because they're just true. Yeah. I mean, let's take it back. Brock was here to shoot a podcast and some videos.
We had to do a bunch of wiring before he left.
Throttle assembly.
Just
came apart.
On
the way here.
Yeah, but the nice thing is that just required some wire.
His is essentially a lawnmower.
A
big lawnmower.
Not really even that big.
Right.
I don't think the motor in that is bigger than my lawnmower motor.
True.
Yeah, that's probably true.
No.
Yeah, so that's the fun. That's the fun this week.
And we had comments. That was
So we're a segment we're going to probably introduce when appropriate is like responding to comments. Not to be confused with Rick's rants, which will be also responding to comments, but in a much less neighborly fashion.
Much less neighborly fashion.
Let's see here what we got. We've got so yeah, in our last one we had a couple. And this one was from Brooke Armbrust. Yeah. Love the podcast. Would be interested in hearing segment organize your camp kitchen, specifically one or a couple of brog items for coffee and a jet boil. You're not going to believe this. We have a whole video already shot, published, and probably promoted about a kit that we use for a coffee setup that I've got in the truck pretty much all the time. So I actually have it separate from my camp kitchen because in my mind, like coffee is like
not a kitchen.
Right. It's a necessity, you know? So 2-sided travel organizer holds a jet boil and a big thing of fuel. So I don't really have to ever worry about being out. On one side, on the other side, couple of mugs, usually like a double wall stainless or whatever. And then it really depends on like what I'm in the mood for, because you've got room for your bag of coffee, but also either like a pour over. I've got a
AeroPress,
like an AeroPress setup that actually goes inside of the mugs, and then probably what,
I think a French press,
a liter French press, like give or take. It's got to be
like the standard
32-ish ounce. And then for me, the kicker is that no matter what 3 of those brewing methods, French press, AeroPress, or pour over, I've got a little like travel coffee grinder that folds up and it fits inside of all those. And I mean, that's essentially a coffee for 2, coffee for 3 kit that you can adapt to your brewing method. So we also talked about like camp kitchen stuff pretty extensively, I guess, in other videos. But I've got everything, including our camp stove, like in a Zarge case with a big cutting board top, knife, utensils, spices, or like extra stuff like that, plates and bowls, and even room for like fuel and a couple of Mountain House style mills. But then all of my like, cooking utensils are on the back of my fridge in our cooking kit bag. So stove goes beside the fridge. Front of the fridge has got the cooking kit bag Matt introduced 10 years ago.
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, you updated it with the triple run laser cut stuff, but it's not really changed much. Strap that onto the fridge with a couple of spatulas, serving spoon,
all that
tongs,
kind of stuff, and
forks,
some
knives
room for utensils and spices and that sort of thing. Yeah, all kind of travels in there. Hang off the fridge or run standalone.
Yeah, because for me, camp cooking is a place where it's so easy to be like, look at this gadget, look at that gizmo, and then suddenly you have so much stuff.
Yeah, and we've had some videos on some crazy setups. Remember the one that pulls out like in 3 sections?
It's like a 9-foot slide out on a 5.5-foot bed truck. Yeah. With one little support leg doing God's work.
Yeah. It's really nice. I mean, like, if my palate was more sophisticated, maybe I'd have something.
It reminds me of that scene of Inception when like the city starts folding in and like stuff. It's just like I feel like you just start walking and like you're a half mile away and you're still sliding out a kitchen.
I mean, it would be, like I said, if my palate were more sophisticated, I'd probably have something like that.
We just try to keep it simple because like in terms of like what you're actually going to want to cook, when you're out there, outside of a skillet or boiling some pasta or something. The craziest we get is we have a Omnia oven that we've had for years. That's the little bundt cake looking dish that has like another pan underneath it. You can just put on your stove eye. We like it because if you're actually wanting to like, you can bake stuff, you can roast stuff in it really easily. So, but no, we'll link to those coffee kit videos, and I think we have a camp kitchen one as well down below. And if you have anything else, any questions, ideas for segments, let us know. Comments on the new format, let us know what you think, especially you regulars. A couple of you commented on the last one. And we are going to do venison, all caps, for the discount code for this episode. So it'll be live.
Shouldn't have been beefalo.
Beefalo. B-E-E-F.
But doesn't say it.
O-L-O?
Yeah. I was just going to say A-L-O. Yeah. B-E-E-F-A-L-O.
Beefalo.
sticking this in my pocket right now. Or that's all
so you remember.
Set up.
Only because the venison was both of them were not that
That's
good.
true. Beefalo is a fun word.
We should stick with the beefalo because that was pretty good.
Yeah, here. In 10 minutes, remind me to make the Beefalo discount code.
So don't use the word venison.
Yeah.
Just for the record.
Hey,
if you put in the word venison, it's actually 10% more.
Yeah. I can't believe it. Siri got Beefalo right. Good job, Siri. Yeah.
Nice work.
Yeah. Well, cool. You guys have anything else?
No.
Nope.
All right. Well, we will see you in 2 weeks. As always, like, subscribe, tell your friends, and thanks for watching.